Hello and welcome everyone. It's Michelle Leith with UnlockYourPossibility.com and welcome to another episode of Freedom Friday. This is where I give you a smoke and answer to one of your burning questions, and as you can see, maybe my dog is very much wanting to be part of this episode. So we're just going to move along. Today the question that I wanted to answer came from several of my newsletter readers. They all had a similar question, and that was, how do I stay consistent with healthy habits and not go back to my same old ways or old patterns or sabotage myself? Great question. And I was like, exactly, right? That is the million-dollar question. So I've got 3 points I want to cover in response to this as part of my answer to this question. The first is, what are you doing to replace your old habits? Okay, so as author Denise Merrick says in her book Calm, you don't erase a habit, you replace a habit. So it's great to say, okay, I'm not going to do A, B, and C anymore, but what are you adding into your life that's maybe more supportive of your goals, that's replacing the old habit? The other thing to remember is that it takes, now studies are saying it takes 40 days really to form a new habit or a new way of thinking. So, are you giving it enough time, and are you implementing something that really works for you that you can do instead of the old patterns that you're trying to shake? The second point I want to make is, are you getting enough pleasure? Most of you that are asking this question, this has something to do with how you're eating, with your goals around your weight loss or your fitness. And so, big question, are you getting enough pleasure? The reason that one of the reasons that 96 to 99% of diets fail is that they don't have enough pleasure. They are based on deprivation. And as human beings, we just don't do well with deprivation for any length of time. So if you're trying to form a new habit that involves cutting out everything that you really like, everything that you really enjoy, it's probably not going to be successful. So you've got to make sure that you're finding ways to get some pleasure in your new habit. And maybe it's not even a food pleasure. Maybe it's something else that gives you pleasure, that's satisfying a deeper hunger, so that you're not, going through the refrigerator looking for food to fill that void. Then the third part is, you may have some possibility bandits at work. And possibility bandits are basically like limiting beliefs. I refer to them as things like labels and rules and shoulds. And they can really dictate our behavior if we're not aware of them. So, what are some of the ways that you might be labeling yourself? Do you label yourself an overeater? If so, you're probably more likely to overeat. You're telling yourself you should do certain things or shouldn't do certain things, and getting into friction around that. The truth about just about any habit that we have, whether it's a supportive habit or a non-supportive habit, is that they all serve us in some way. So you might also ask yourself, how might the old pattern actually be serving me? What would I be focusing on if I wasn't focusing on this issue with food or my body or weight, right? And see if you actually have given yourself permission for that to be true. So those are my tips for today. If you want to know more about Possibility Bandits, you can download my free report on my website at www.unlockyourpossibility.com. Right there on the web main page, there's a place for you to enter your name and email and get a free report all about the Possibility Bandits, how you can spot them in your life, and how you can stop them from hijacking your happiness. Thanks so much for being here today on Freedom Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will be back next week with another burning question and smoke and answer. Have a great weekend.